Today is going to be the first official day that we are breaking into the new bass boat build. If you guys didn't catch the last video, we picked up a 2006 Stratos 294 Pro XL. I'm super excited about it. Today's gonna be the first official day that we get into it and we start restoring this thing. All right, so I haven't really showed you guys what the boat has to offer. I kind of showed you the layout, but today we're gonna go into the actual compartments, open every lid, see what's inside, see what it has to offer. We'll start up in the front, and this right here is supposed to be the rod locker. We open this guy up, and it's actually pretty clean. Any rods left in here? How sick would that have been, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rods. So not too bad. We got an 8-rod rod locker. Over here on the other side, I wonder if this is another rod locker. I mean, maybe it could be, but we do have some goodies in here. It looks like we have a nav light, an old fire extinguisher. I'm assuming this is like a first aid kit or something. Yeah, just some more safety stuff. We got a safety rope, a flashlight. If we come down here, we have this big giant compartment, which I believe is for the tackle. Now that right there off the rip is broken. Okay, we'll open her up. Wow, look at that. This might be my favorite part. Look at this. I could literally hide in here. You know how much tackle I could fit in here, dude? Oh man, let's see if I still got the hops. Ugh, there we go. That is the sickest thing I've ever seen in a boat. I've never had anything like this. It's literally, like, see how I have my labels on there? It's literally designed to hold and organize all your tackle. That might be my favorite part so far. I turned my head. Bump board. Now we have the step. So I'm pretty sure this is a cooler. Probably need a plug or something, but got ourselves a cooler. Into the cockpit, we have the passenger dashboard. This guy was broken, as some of you may know. We got some zip ties. Looks like we got some premium boat wax. Oh, here's all the plugs. So these are the plugs that go to the cooler, and I think this big tackle hatch. A pair of old, really old plastic pliers. These are interesting. Extra kill switch. What is this? Are these earplugs? Hearing protection? Oh, you want some used earplugs? We'll probably get rid of these ones, huh? In the back, wow, that is a massive storage container. Next to it, we have the live well. This is something that I did check out before. This live well is not very big at all. It's pretty crazy that this is a bass boat and it has the smallest live well I've pretty much ever seen in a boat. So we might have to figure something out there. And then in here, I'm assuming is just another storage container with a bunch of stuff in it. Old stuff. Look how moldy that thing is. That's just delicious. We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that right now. What is this? Is this like a siphoning hose? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is that, like, what is that fitting for? I don't want to try it out, but I feel like it's how you siphon water, maybe. We have some battery cleaner. It looks like an old tournament weigh bag. You guys know what this is? This is for when you fish tournaments and you have 2 fish, you don't know which one weighs more and you're trying to get rid of one. Coaling tags as well. This is sweet. Prop for the trolling motor. That actually might come into use. What is this thing? It's got teeth in there, so you obviously put something in there and twist it to clean it. Maybe, oh, I bet you this is a battery terminal cleaner. I bet you put this on your terminal, you scrub it, cleans it all up. That's pretty cool. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. Is this a battery terminal cleaner with like a wire brush? And then back here, we have all our battery and gas storage. My golly, does this need a scrubbing. It looks like we have a 2-bank charger for the batteries. We might have to try that out here. If you guys are like me and you love to build boats, or you just happen to live in a state where it literally rains all the time, then it's important that you have something to protect your boat. Sealskin Covers is a company that makes high quality and durable boat covers. Sealskin Covers ships it right to your door in a nice bag, and it's ready to protect your boat. Simply take out your straps, pull your cover out of the bag, and you're ready to cover your boat. Sealskin Covers use a multi-layer SealTech technology that makes these covers extremely durable and weatherproof. On top of that, they're backed by a 10-year warranty. To install your covers, take the provided straps, put one underneath the hole and the second one through the sewed-in helms on the cover. Once you've done that, simply click and pull tight. So as you guys can see, I got the cover on the boat. It's gonna be protected from the elements. The water's already running right off because it's literally raining as we speak. If you guys wanna get a sealskin cover for yourself, you can hit the link in the description below. You can also save 15% off by using my code right here. Thank you so much, Sealskins, for supporting us here on the channel, and let's get back into the video. So I thought it would be fun to hop in the garage, draw everything out on a whiteboard as we go. I have everything divided up between the interior, what we need to replace, and the Mercury motor. Now this is just the start. This could get a lot worse and a lot bigger, but hey, let's hope it doesn't. Here's what we're gonna be doing today. We need to remove the seats. That's like the #1 thing we need to do. After we get the seats removed, we're gonna try and remove everything from the back of the boat, because one plan that I have is figuring out a way that we can redo the live well. Not only do these live well lids need to be replaced, but I just need a bigger live well. So we're gonna remove this compartment, like the interior of it. We're gonna remove the live well, and then we're gonna clean out this entire back compartment where all that nasty mold and nonsense is. So this is the plan for today. After this is done, we'll see what else we can tackle or what we uncover. Let's hop in the boat, start removing these seats. Usually they're just Velcroed. Oh, look at that. Sayonara. If you're an OG to the channel, this is Johnny the intern from like 3 years ago. He's back. Middle seats, bon voyage. Ugh. Next, we're gonna remove all the trays out of the back of the boat. They have screws all the way around. I'm pretty sure these trays come right out. I wanna be able to get in there and access everything. I need to see what's going on with the gas tank, and I would like to get it cleaned up in there, because if we have to get in there and wire anything in, that's where I'm assuming we're gonna have to do it from. We're gonna go ahead and just pull these guys out and really see what it looks like in the back of the boat. Tray #1 is out, and that is not good. It kind of looks like there's gas leaking back there. All right, we definitely have some issues. As you guys can see here, the brackets that are holding the gas tanks in place are not exactly, holding anything in place. But yeah, this one's even broken up here. Whatever, not a huge deal. I'm very curious to see what this looks like after we get it cleaned out, because it's definitely got a whole bunch of gook back here. All right, so now I think we're gonna try and pull the live well out. I know that's kind of like jumping the gun. Maybe we should check if the live well works, but I gotta see what's going on underneath there. Here's the first portion of the live well, the centerpiece. I can see how it would work, because you just need the fish to stay alive in here, but I don't know, I feel like a good bag of 5 fish would kind of put you in the pooper. These should pop right off. There we go. There's 2. What's awesome about this boat is it's got 10 times the amount of space as the Bass Cat did in the rear. I have more than enough room to kind of do whatever I need back here, which is amazing. I'm gonna be able to do more custom stuff. If I gotta do any kind of wiring, I should have no problem doing that. Now the gas tank is directly behind the seats, as you guys can see. It's this giant long tank, but that's really the biggest downside, is that gas tank, it ain't going anywhere. So the good news is, it's got a gas tank. The bad news is if it doesn't work or it's leaking, that's gonna be a very, very, very expensive repair. Just getting the gas out that's in there right now alone is going to be tough. The next thing that I want to dive into is all the electrical. I need to see what's going on up there, why none of these switches are working, why none of these gauges are working. Something ain't going right. So we're putting in a new starter battery. Now you guys aren't going to be able to see the gauges very much, but we do get a beep. We do have power. Question is, will we get power down here? But none of them do anything. And what happens is, when I turn some of them on, it's like they're blowing a fuse or they're tripping a circuit. So literally nothing in the dashboard is currently working. And for the gauges, the only gauge that works is the trim up and the trim down. I'm looking for any issues within the wiring. Now, the wiring isn't that old and corroded. It's not as bad as a lot of things that I've seen. And what I'm looking for here is any kind of fuse relays or anything that could prevent these wires from actually making a connection. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these zip ties, which is the last thing I wanna do. The fact that none of them are lighting up, it makes me think there's an inline fuse somewhere that's not connected. Fuse. This is 7.5, what? All the fuses look fine. I mean, it doesn't mean I can't replace them, but it's not destroyed or anything. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this dash in hopes that it just comes clean out. Look at that. Here's another one. We have a winner, folks. Look at that, Johnny. It's busted right through. I'm not saying that's the solve to our problem, but it is a blown fuse. I don't know if that'll put out the whole board, but all right, I'm gonna hand that off to you. We're gonna have to get a new one of those. What do you think? We run to the hardware store and get a new fuse or what? If that fixes the whole entire issue, I will be mind boggled, dude. It's too good to be true. Alrighty, $10 later, we got 2 new boxes of fuses. So we'll see what fixing that fuse does, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Moment of truth here, folks. Turn this switch on over here. It's power. Is it on? No. None of the wiring in the back has any issues. Like, everything looks factory, everything looks solid. Maybe there's a fuse in line in the back of the boat. I'll look into it right now, but. So in the back of the boat, there's a 5 amp fuse, and oh my God, that one's corroded. And there's also a 20 amp fuse, and that one's even more corroded. Could that be our issue? These are direct wiring? They actually could be. Well, that's funny. I just went to the hardware store and got fuses that now I don't have, so that's frustrating. The last thing I'm gonna try, since I don't have these fuses, I know I should get new ones, but we're gonna try and clean this off. I got some sandpaper here, some cleaner. All right, so fuses are in. See if we get power. Nothing. I have a feeling that the issue's within this harness right here. All right, take 2. Boom, we got power back. It's gotta be within that harness. So the aerators confirmed do not work. You hear that? That's the horn trying to work. So it's either not getting enough power to the horn or not making a good enough connection, or the horn is just fried out. None of the live wells work. So the last thing I can try is nav lights. It's definitely a corrosion issue in that fuse. So let's get a nav light. Let's put it in the back and see if that works, if we can get that fixed. We're gonna go ahead and install a nav light. Nav lights are not working. No, it is on. So the nav light works, but the switch isn't doing anything. It's not turning it off, it's not turning it on. So, all right, we got somewhere. I'm thinking it has to do with that fuse. I think the next step is to just buy new fuses, try those out, see if we can get the electrical back. Okay, so it's been pouring rain for the past 2 days, but we got some new inline fuses. These are not the exact ones that are in the back of the boat that are all corroded, but we're gonna try and install them and see if it'll fix our problem. Okay, so here was the old fuse holder, whatever you wanna call these, inline fuses. This is a different setup. I kinda like this one better, but they're very, very hard to come by. I found them online, but my auto parts store didn't have one. Two fresh new inline fuses. Let's try out the dashboard. Moment of truth. Look at that. Let's go. We are back. So we got one aerator working. Bilge is working. All right, cool. So we got our dashboard back. The last thing I need to try is the 12-volt plug, but that's not a huge deal. We can always switch that one out. I don't know why the navigation light doesn't turn off. It's like always on, but whatever. That is a huge relief. The fact that my switches work is just one step ahead of the game. Got to figure out all these gauges, but I think that's a way better situation. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'm hoping that the gauges are just fried and it's not the harness within the motor. We'll tackle that another day. I can live without that for now. But the good news is all the electrical on the dashboard is back. We'll probably have to replace a few things because I don't think every pump for the live wells are working, but I think the corrosion just took over and we fixed it. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the fuses I just put in there. I don't really like the way that those are set up. It's not like the cleanest looking thing ever, but it'll do for now. So, whew. Okay, so we're headed back to the drawing board. Pretty successful day. We didn't get too far, but we got enough figured out. So the seats are confirmed out. We got to figure out what we're going to be doing with those. As for everything else here, we didn't get too far. Well, we got some of the compartments removed, but they need to be cleaned out. We got a whole bunch of stuff to get going. You know, I think next video, we're gonna move over to the motor. I think we're gonna see what's wrong with the impeller of that water pump. I'm gonna try and get some parts ordered, or we're gonna see if we can just get that motor to pee. That's gonna be a huge thing because this motor is gonna make or break this entire investment. But as for that, I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. What should we do to this boat? Should we get new carpet? Should we replace it with seat deck maybe? Should we get a new dashboard? What kind of cool things do you guys want to see come to life with this boat? I'm super excited. I want to make this thing immaculate. This will hopefully be a fishing machine by the end of this series. And overall, I'm just excited to bring a new boat series to you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. If you guys want a new boat cover, check out the link in my description below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.